Hi folks, and welcome back to Meaningful Money. Okay, here I am in my hotel room at the Hogarth's Hotel in Solihull near Birmingham, here for a meeting tomorrow. Slightly funny light as you tend to get in hotel rooms, so sorry about that. Talking about some debt myths, that's what we talked about last time really, and ended with one particular myth, which is that you will always have a car payment. If you want to own a car, you'll always have to borrow to do it. It's just a fact of life, get used to it. Well, I think that's a myth, and I'm going to show you why in this video. So before I do that, my friends down here in the bottom right, that's Seven Investment Management, who continue to sponsor me here, for which I'm extremely grateful. Go check them out. Now, I used an example last time, so I'm just going to scooch across and bring in the graphic again. And the example I used was a £20,000 new car. Now you've got a £2,000 deposit, so you finance the remaining £18,000 over 5 years. That's going to cost you £400 a month at current rates, and at the end of it you will have paid £26,000 for your £20,000 car. And worse than that, over the 5 years, the £20,000 car you've bought will have depreciated, so it's now only worth £5,000. So you spent £6,000 in interest, it's depreciated by 15 grand. That's fairly grim all round. So how can you do that a different way? Well, it requires firstly a mindset change, that you are going to be prepared to drive less cool, older cars while you're working towards your goal. So assuming that's true, I'm going to take two things from that example. One is the £2,000 deposit, and one is the £400 per month you have in your budget for car buying purposes. Now it works like this, okay? You spend the £2,000 and you buy a cheap car. This is my car currently. It's neither flash nor fast, but it is economical and it is paid for. So you can buy one of those for £2,000 and you begin saving the £400 a month in a bank account. Get as good an interest rate as you can, but don't lock it up because you're going to need it. At the end of year one, you will have saved £4,800 in the bank. And your car, let's say it's depreciated a little bit, it's no longer worth £2,000, it's worth £1,500. You sell that car, put the money with the money that you've saved in the bank over the year, and you can now buy a car for £6,300. Not bad, get a nice car for that. And you keep saving the money. You drive that car for a year, and at the end of the year, let's say the car is depreciated this time by £800. Well, it's worth £5,500 now, and you add that to the £4,800 that you saved over the year, you can now buy a car for £10,300. Not bad, you get a very nice car for that. At the end of year three, keep saving your money. Let's say your £10,300 car has depreciated by £1,300, so it's worth £9,000 now. But you add that to the £4,800 you've got in the bank, and you can now buy a car for £13,800. Do that again for a fourth year, and at the end of year four, assuming your car is depreciated this time by £1,800, the more expensive the car, the more the depreciation, then you can, at the end of year four, you can buy a car for £16,800. Do it again for a fifth year, and assuming a similar level of depreciation, you will, at the end of year five, be able to buy a car for £19,800, give or take 20 grand. Now, over that time, here's the key factor really. You've paid not one penny in interest to anybody else. In fact, you've been paid interest to be saving money in the bank as you go along. So you've paid not a penny in interest, as opposed to the £6,000 in interest on the financed example we had earlier. And if my figures are correct, in total, the depreciation you will have experienced on those cars, so your loss in depreciation terms, will be £6,200. That's as against the £15,000 in depreciation on the new car finance example. I make that to be just under 15 grand better off, 14,800 to be precise. Now that's a pretty good deal, and surely that's a better way of doing it. You've got a similar kind of car, possibly even a better one, paid no interest, and you're nearly 15 grand better off over the 5 years. This is the way the millionaires do it, okay? It's the way I'm going to do it. I'll keep you posted on how I get along. Leave any comments under the video here. I'll do my best to respond to them. But thank you for watching this one. I'll see you next time.